Hello friends, welcome or welcome back. My name is Sarah, and on my channel here we discuss, review, drool about all things luxury, specifically handbags and things like that, and share our love of all things tropical, tiki, fun, and enchanting. So welcome or welcome back. Today I am doing a tagged video from Soo Much Gene, and this is the, I gotta read it, I'm so sorry. Who am I inside the YouTube studio? And this was a tag that he did with Living Lux with Meredith and Nick J. Snell. So I am excited and honored to be included. Thank you so much, Gene. And that's my pig. So he's clippity clopping around. So I'm very excited to be part of this. So I have all the questions here and I'm just gonna dive right into it. So first question is, which designers / design houses have made the greatest impact on your fashion choices and purchases? So my pig is moving the light. So that would be specifically to bags, I would say. I'm going to go with bags. It's going to be Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Dior, Fendi, fashion houses for clothes. I'm not so much into the ready-to-wear for any house. We're going to pause. I'm going to get my pig a snack. Sorry. So for fashion and specifically ready-to-wear, I think sometimes, well, one, I'm no size 2, so it's hard to find some of those things that I can make work. Now, you know, something like a shawl or anything, I haven't purchased that because I've heard a lot of negative comments about the snag and, you know, I don't know, I work out, I don't know if it'll show it, but I have like calluses on my hands here, and my hands are fairly rough, so I would feel that I would snag it a couple times, and I just don't want to damage, you know, something that I'd be wearing, and it's expensive or something, but either way. So I would say more my fashion choices for bags would be the main fashion houses that I mentioned. Next question, when you dress for the day or an event, what do you think about? So what I think about, and I think this is basically the answer for everyone, is comfort, and then I would throw in functionality as well. So, and I also like a little bit more of a modest, I guess more of a modest style I try to have. So, but definitely comfort. Like if I'm going out, for, you know, if we're going to a show or something, I'll wear like maybe a silk blouse and some form of pants or leggings or something with it that's going to be more of a comfortable outfit. Okay. So yeah, the focus for clothing or anything I'm planning an event, I'm going to go for functionality and for comfort. I think there is something to be said about what you're investing your money into as far as comfort and things like that. And a lot of the blouses I wear now are 100% silk. This is not one of them, but and they're very comfortable, very breathable. I feel very confident. You know, that's another thing. I want to feel confident in my outfits, and that goes to the next question. Is there an impression or message I'm conveying, you know, with anything? And that would be success and confidence. That's definitely, I want to feel confident. I want to feel good. I want to feel like people look at me and say, oh wow, she looks good. I mean, not like she looks rockin' or anything, but she looks put together. You know, this woman knows how to put together an outfit, things like that. What turns me on creatively, so from a creative standpoint, if I'm looking at, you know, fashion, things like that, what I like is boldness and uniqueness. I think, so I'm gonna go off on a little tangent here, and I apologize. So the reason I don't like the Pochette Matisse East-West, I just feel like it's a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. I feel like it's the Gucci Marmont. I feel like it's the Chanel Classic Flap. I feel like it's literally, instead of having the Pochette Matisse, which had a more square-ish shape and its own, you know, sort of uniqueness to Louis Vuitton, now they're just creating a bag that everyone else has. So I'm not a fan of that. I guess that's the most current example I can think of. What turns me off creatively? I think that would be like lack of individuality and just like plain, you know. But you know, people might say that I'm plain too. Who knows? But so like I said, the lack of individuality, where we're not thinking outside the box. And right now, everything that's big right now in the bag world is like trash bag style, or like I think the chip bags. Like what's going on? So I don't know. There's some weird stuff going on in the bag world right now. So that would be my creative, you know, kind of comments. How do I celebrate big events or achievements in your life? So I would say bottles of champagne, nice champagne, and bags. That's basically it. I mean, that's why we're all here, right? Who or what inspires you in your everyday life? I honestly, I think it's just a desire to want to get to the next level, and I don't know what that would be. I don't know what the word is, and maybe someone else knows, or how I would put that into, something. But it's, I think people inspire me as a whole. People are out there grinding, hustling, working, just doing their thing. Those are the people that inspire me. I have friends who are just like crushing it at their jobs. Those are the people that inspire me. I have friends who are crushing it at being stay-at-home parents. Those people inspire me. Whatever it is that you're doing, do it the best that you can. If you're out there flipping burgers, be the best damn burger flipper you can be. And that's inspirational to me. It's not so much, one person I'm like chasing after. It's just like a vibe, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm answering these all wrong. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Okay, so what traits or attributes attract you to other people? Biggest one is going to be confidence. Confidence and humor and just an overall kindness. I guess those would be it. If someone is not confident, it's really hard for me to want to, hey, like, I want to be your friend, because I feel like if I'm confident enough to be like, I want to be my friend, then other people are going to want to be my friend, or whatever it's going to be, or other people are going to want to work with me if I'm confident in my skills. But, so that's basically it. And humor would be second. I know Gene mentioned humor too. I think humor is something you can connect on. What traits or attributes turn you off to other people? Selfishness, like straight up. That's it. Narcissism, done. I think if you can't be aware of other people, not only in the room, but on the planet, like, you don't deserve my time, my energy. You don't deserve to breathe the same air as me. But so yeah, that's basically it. Selfishness. That's the one. 5 adjectives that describe me. So I actually asked people because I didn't know. Okay, so this is what I got from a couple of my friends. Outspoken, generous, fashionable, which I don't know if I agree with that one, forthright, which I would think is fairly similar to outspoken, and enthusiastic. I would agree with these. I think the one that I would say that I would include for myself would be ambitious. And I think almost to a fault, I'm very ambitious, but so I don't know. I asked friends to help me with that one. So cause I feel it's so hard to just talk about yourself and be like, I'm so wonderful and these are so great. And, as I get older, I am trying to stay humble and maintain a grateful attitude in my life versus everyone should be grateful that I'm here in the room. So I think I did ask other people, and those are what they told me. So hopefully they're true, but that's where we're at. My favorite word would be yes. That's my favorite word, is yes. And then if we're going from meaning or like I would say discombobulated. I don't know why I've always loved that word. My least favorite word, if anyone can guess, it's no. I think that has to do something with my, ambitious nature, I guess. I see no as a negotiating point, not as a final answer, and I guess that's good and bad. It's not very often that I hear a no that is an actual final no, and that's not even just to bags, that's just in life. That's, and I've kind of been very grateful that I don't hear the word no that often. So if I'm chasing something, I'm typically getting it. Granted, I'm working my little booty off to get it, but what sound or noise do you love? That would be crickets or the outdoors, like at night, you're just hearing all the like chirping of the animals. I know a lot of it is crickets, but then there's some frogs in there, things like that. I do love that. We live in a suburb area, so we do get some nightlife, you know, and that's really nice. It's very calming for me. What sound or noise do you hate? Chalk, like writing. Like, I hate that sound. I don't know. It's not chalk. Can't do it. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt? I would love to be a pilot. I thought about getting my pilot's license. My grandfather on my dad's side was a pilot for the CIA, I think. I'd have to hear the full story. But, and I really wanted to become a pilot. I have looked into it. I am not at the point where I would want to own a plane. So that's part of it too, is when you are a pilot and there's the plane and there's added cost. I'm just not there yet. Maybe one day, who knows? Who knows? Never say never, but that's why I'd love to be a pilot. What profession would you not like to attempt? That would be teaching. I feel like teaching is one of those things you are blessed with a personality for. I am not that person. I can teach people to do things, but I lack the patience for teaching children specifically, but also as a whole spectrum. I can work with certain people, and then I can't work well with others. From a teaching standpoint, like I trying to teach a friend of mine to drive stick, like that I can do all day. That's fun. But, you know, I don't know. That's one of the things. And I feel for you teachers out there. You have a very difficult job, and I am very appreciative of all the teachers I had growing up. And if you're a teacher, keep doing a great job. You are appreciated whether or not you know it, and you are making a difference. So, what has been one of the formative challenges you've overcome? Dark story. Sorry, everyone. So, when I was 28, a week after my 28th birthday, my dad committed suicide. And 3 months later, my stepdad, who had been in my life since I was, I think, 6, died of lung cancer. So, needless to say, that was a very tough time for me. Actually, funny enough, I just had dinner with my dad's younger cousin, so I guess my second cousin, literally last night. And it was so nice to meet up with her. I haven't seen her for years. And I told her, I just, you know, because she asked, how are you doing? How's everything going? And I told her, you know, I decided that wasn't gonna be something that broke me. Dramatic is not the right word, but it's like world-shattering, devastating. I mean, yeah, traumatic, I guess. But so when that happened, I decided I wasn't gonna let that be. I wasn't gonna let that be the end. I wasn't gonna let that be what defines me. I wasn't gonna, you know, especially with my dad. My dad made a choice, and I was not part of it, and I don't feel part of it. I've done a lot of prayer meditation on this, and I have accepted that it was not my decision, and I'm very sorry that he's gone, and I'm sorry that he felt that was the way to go, but I didn't do that, and I don't think that I caused anything, and my dad and I never left anything unsaid, so I don't feel that was, I mean, it's definitely sad. It's something so heartbreaking. So many moments in my life since then, and it's coming up on 4 years. I guess it's been 4 years. And there's so many moments that I would love to share with him, and I think the most difficult thing is not being able to call him anymore. And my stepdad, he got me into my career, and so I'm following in his footsteps, so I definitely feel a connection there. And he died of lung cancer, so it was a little bit different. I mean, I don't want to say expected, but yeah. So, and I remember about 2 weeks before he passed, he sat me down, and you know, he said, you know, I don't know where I'm gonna be, but you know, I'll always be with you. And I'm flipping tear up. I'm so sorry. And that's always stuck with me. And I don't know what happens when we die. But I believe that. So if he says he's always going to be with me, he's always going to be with me. I don't know what and how, but, you know, so, okay. Let's not get all misty-eyed over here. But yeah, so that was really it, is losing both of my father figures at 28 and just kind of deciding that this wasn't going to be the moment that stops me or defines my life that can't move forward. I think, yeah, that was it, basically. 5 people dead or alive you would love to have dinner with. Shock, shock, surprise, surprise. The top 2 are my dad and my stepdad. And then my grandmother's, so that's 4. And I honestly, I think I would love to have 2 celebrity hall passes. I'm so bad at this. I can only think of one, and it's Tom Hiddleston. What a babe. Oh my gosh. Swoon. So, I don't know if anyone's seen Crimson Peak, but Crimson Peak is just what sold me on him. And Loki, yeah, whatever. But Crimson Peak. And then The Night Manager. I think he was in The Night Manager, that limited series. That was very nice. Who would be a second celebrity hall pass? I don't know. I'm not really... George Clooney? Maybe that would be it. Yeah, George Clooney. Those are them. Tom Hiddleston and George Clooney. Those are my guys. 3 celebrities I would love to drink at the pub with. We don't have pubs out here, but at a bar. That would be James Marsden, Angelina Jolie, and Drew Barrymore, but I don't think Drew Barrymore drinks. But still, I think she's a riot, a hoot, and just seems like such a nice person. Angelina, I know she's like, I don't know, just on interviews, she seems so, I don't want to say relatable because she's like this all-powerful, you know, actress, the ultimate, whatever, but she just seems like a very, like a kind spirit, you know, just someone who would just give you their full attention and not just like poo-poo you. And then James Marsden is actually a really nice guy, and I would know because I've met him. I met him on my birthday a couple years ago. I'll throw in a picture. And we were indoor kart racing, and like, I saw him and I was like, oh my gosh. And I went up to him and I was like, Mr. Marsden, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm a huge fan. Can we get a picture? It's my birthday. And he looked at me and he's like, yeah, I'm here with my kid. Can we go outside? Like, you know, I'm trying not to draw too much attention. And I said, yeah, of course. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I mean, I tried to be polite. And he's like, you know what, screw it. Let's take a picture. So we took, I'll put it here. And then we were in the same race. So that was fun. He whooped me, but that's okay. Yes. So I feel like he's a very nice man, and it was, it's nice to see people, 1, you know, out with their kids, but 2, he was so nice about it. And you know, he could have been rude. Maybe I was aggressive. I don't know. I tried to be very low key because I know he was out there, you know. All right. Are you ready for this? I'm spending the next 12 months on a desert island and can only take 1 book, 1 movie, 1 TV series, and 1 album. Book, Into the Wild. Movie, The Little Mermaid, like the Disney one. I know I'm a weirdo. TV series, Game of Thrones. Done. Album, okay, so that would be Eiffel 65, Euro Pop. And that is the one with the blue Dabba Dee song, and a whole bunch of other ones that are just honestly really, really good. Super fun. You know, like good lyrics, wholesome, like good songs. So I like that would be the album I would pick. It's got uplifting stuff. It's got a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, put together a playlist by choosing the song you play when you need to get out of your head. That would be Anything by Hollywood Undead. And I would go specifically with the song Undead. That's a good one. The song you play when you need to gear up for the day or workout, and that would be Goosebumps and the remix, because the remix is fire. The song that gets me on the dance floor is Anything by Pitbull. Anything. The song that I love to sing at the top of my lungs in the car, that would be Drove All Night by Celine Dion. And the song that invokes a strong memory when you hear it, that would be The Summer Wind by Frank Sinatra. And the memory would be, my dad growing up loved Frank Sinatra, right? So he was a huge fan, and Friday nights, my parents were divorced, so I can go into this whole story of my childhood, but every other weekend I was with my dad. So Friday nights we would do karaoke at the house, and we had a little karaoke machine, and we got all the Frank Sinatra songs. So he would do That's Life and The Summer Wind, and then Strangers in the Night. But so those are like, you know, the three songs that really kind of like bring it up for me. But yeah, so that would be the one. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates? It's really simple. Welcome home. That's it. All right, well, so I've answered all the questions. I want to thank Gene, Totes Gene, for tagging me, and thank you, Living Lux with Meredith and Nick J. Snell, for starting this so that I can be part of it. I'm so appreciative of this YouTube community, and I hope you guys enjoyed getting to know me a little bit more. If you have any questions or whatever, or comments, you know, down below. I look forward to seeing you in the next one, and thank you so much for sticking around, and all right, see you later, guys. Bye-bye.